Okay, cool. What's up? What's up? What's up? Salutations. Peace to the primes. 747 24/7, 361 degrees. Peace to the movement.
All right, first I want to introduce myself and say something. I want to introduce what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? All right, my name is Lazarus Lamel. I don't know what camera I'm looking at here. Shout out to everybody, peace to everybody in the building. Shout out to Indonesia. We are here in Wilmington, America. I am happy to be here. Shout out to everybody that supports Reza Aslan. Shout out to everybody that supports the Counselor General. I'm in here. This song is called Sway. It means water. All right, run that back. Run that back. All right. Sway. 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 Turn it up. Sway. 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 I hustle on blocks. You know what my motto. Got my sway. I'm popping a bottle. Got me a tan. I'm popping a model. Popping a clutch. Foot on the throttle. You feeling like big. You wonder who shot you. Shells on Tuesday. But it ain't no taco. What you up? She like the fool. I'm about to bust. I'm in the cut. Sway. You don't know what sway. Sway. Universal word. Sway. 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 I think I'm the man. I think I'm that dude. I'm nothing nice. I'm always rude. I got my strength. That's automatic. Dirty laundry. You want no static. What you up? She like the fool. I'm about to bust. I'm in the cut. Rolling up. Another blunt. I take a puff and put that sway up on the butt and make up. Sway. 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 Yeah. Sway. Shout out to Reza Aslan for the opportunity. Sway. 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 Everybody here. Sway. In a moment. It doesn't matter who's been here. Sway. How many people are listening? There's a billion of us right now. Sway. Everybody that supports the movement. Everybody that supports something positive. Sway. Wherever you at. Sway. 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 I hustle on blocks. You know what my motto. Got my sway. I'm popping a bottle.
Okay. What's up? What's up? Who in here? State your name. Put it in the comments section. Peace to the family. 747 24/7, 361 degrees. Once again, thank you for everybody that supports. I really appreciate the energy, the love, and the devotion. Thank you, Sister Joyce. What up? Thank you, Peace Queen. Thank you. Hopefully everybody's enjoying. Nice video. Thank you, Sister Monique. Hopefully we can get you out to California June 17th, 18th, and 19th of next year. We're having a pilgrimage vacation. It is in Newport Beach, California. All right. So I suggest Sister Monique, Sister Joyce, Brother Drew Ha. Don't let me smack you up, bro. Don't make me smack you up, bro. Brother Drew Ha. If I don't see you at this year's pilgrimage vacation, you get a personal Macho Man Randy Savage from off the top rope. Just let you know. I love you and everything, bro. But check this out. If Brother Drew Ha, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all gonna play that Tupac Hit 'Em Up song. Y'all gonna play that Tupac Hit 'Em Up song because y'all gonna see me on Brother Drew Ha, white on rice. Yo, when is it? June 17th, 18th, and 19th next year. It's a weekend. It's a whole weekend. June 17th, 18th, 19th, 2022. Newport Beach, California. All right. 5 days after my birthday. So, you know you celebrate your birthday for a whole month. You know you celebrate your birthday for a whole month. So, you in there like swimwear. It costs about $1.89 a day for a cottage on the beach. So if you are interested for the weekend, do the math. It costs $1.89 a day for a cottage on the beach. It's a 2-floor cottage, actually, with a kitchen, everything, family room, all types of amenities for you people to enjoy yourself at the pilgrimage vacation next year. All right. So, Drew Ha, you better make sure you there, bro, or it's a problem. What's up? Share this video. Peace to the movement. How y'all feeling? I haven't seen a couple of y'all in a while. Y'all in and y'all out. Are y'all learning or y'all not? That's the question. Shout out to Shava. Look at her. She looking nice. I like that. I like looking nice in the pic. Okay. I'm here. That's what I'm talking about. Peace to all my YouTube people paying attention. All right. I would suggest that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. And me and you will be on better terms. All right. So peace to the movement. Peace to everybody who's ready to learn right now. Who is ready to learn right now? Yes or no? Wake your asses up. Do something with your thumbs. Wake up your thumbs. Who's ready to learn something right now? Peace to Sister Jamila. Peace to Sister Jamila. She's in the building. What up? Cool. Salutations. Peace to the primes. All the all-stars. All the all-stars. I love y'all. Share the video. Share the video. All right. So today on the Messiah Code, the title of this video is called Inception of Determination. All right. Am I right? The inception of determination. No, inception of thought and the determination of success. That's the name of this video. I love you too. How can I comment on YouTube? Justin, brother Justin, let me hit you with a Macho Man Randy Savage. Somebody get my baby powder. Pap, pap, pap. Bro, go to the YouTube, yo. That's how you can comment on the YouTube. Thank you. Go to the YouTube and you can comment on the YouTube. Shout out to my brother Justin, Messiah Code All-Star. But you already know what it is. Peace to the movement. All right, so what we learning? What we learning today? I would think, first thing I would like to we're going to go to the word inception and the meaning of inception. All right, we're going to go to the meaning of inception, and I'm going to put it in the comment section. First of all, since the title of this video is called Inception of Thought and the Determination of Success, all right, and this is all about manifesting thoughts into physical reality, okay? Let's begin and let's talk about the meaning of inception, and let's put it in the comment section. Shout out to the president, Sister Jasmine Thompson Shamel. She who embodies the spirit of melanin is in the house. Coom. I think we glitching right now. I think we really glitching in the matrix right now. I think we are glitching in the matrix. Shout out to the Presidente in the building. What up? Throne. That means the throne of peace, which embodies the spirit of love. That's what Throne means. Throne. And Kum, you already know what that means. That's where your heart is. That's the home. That's the reflection of God's light that strikes your mind. All right, Kum. Salutations. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about share the video. Also, thank you. We're going to go to the meaning of inception. So inception is the establishment or starting point of an institution or activity. The establishment or the starting point of an institution or an activity. Inception. Inception is quite different than conception. Put that in a conception. We'll put that in the comment section as well. So it's a difference between inception and conception. Remember, when a woman gives, when a child, before she has a child, she conceives the child. Am I right? So let's put the meaning of conception as well as inception, and let's see the difference between the two. All right. I'm putting the section for everyone. There you go. Share the video as well. I appreciate it. So conception. Conception is the action of conceiving a child or of a child being conceived. All right. So this is relative to a couple things. Okay. If you ever go into the Messiah Code, and you go to the meaning of born. Now remember, born is number 2. When you see number 2, you see born. It's the word born. Okay, 2. And born is any thought coming in reality a material substance. Put that in the comment section as well. I just typed it out for y'all. So born, any mental thought coming into reality through a material substance. That's the number 2, right? But the number 2 It's also relative to self. Okay? Now that's the number sequence. But when you go to the body of the Messiah, you interpret the number 2 as self. Okay? But it can also represent the second letter of the alphabet, which is B, which stands for birth or born. Any mental thought coming into a reality through a material substance. All right? Yes, we sure are glitching in this matrix. All right? Now, moving forward, I took y'all to the word inception. Okay? Now I took y'all to the word inception. Before conception. Okay? And even though they relate conception to, they relate, when you look it up, they relate conception to a child. But we relate conception to thoughts in general. You know, a child you don't have to just give birth to a child. You can actually give birth and materialize ideas. All right? But shout out to my brother Justin. He on the YouTube. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this. You can conceive thoughts. You can conceive a thought and give birth to a thought. But before that, you have to incept the thought. Y'all get where I'm coming from? So, why would I bring this up so much? Because your intentions matter. Your intentions. Whatever that you are focused on in life, your intentions will manifest any reality that you desire, including unhappiness based upon your intentions. Sometimes people are bored with peace. Sometimes people are bored with certain things of tranquility. It's no fun. So they design certain things in their life to objectively have hurdles that they can overcome. Okay? Just want to let y'all know. But this deals with inception. And inception is also connected with intentions. So I have a PowerPoint for y'all that I wanted to share with y'all. And where we will start at is this. It's called the sovereign apperception in perception inception. That is going to be the title of this PowerPoint. It will be the sovereign apperception in perception inception. You say, wow, this sounds like a real hot lyric, LaMel. All right, well, let's go with it. All right, so where I'm going to start this at is we're going to talk about canon law. All right, so the main thing I'm going to talk about with this PowerPoint is this. Is that, you know, your spirituality supersedes anything. Whatever your relation to God or whatever you connect to your higher power supersedes every and anything. All right? Now, if you read in canon law, what is canon law? Canon law is a set, canon law, let's go. Canon law is a set of ordinances and regulations made by ecclesiastical authority for the government of the Christian organization or church and its members. And this is very important to understand because systematically the United States is governed by Christian ordinances, Christian rules and regulations. It's really connected. So you must understand these things are in connection. Ecclesiastical, what is that? Ecclesiastical is the jurisdiction in its primary sense. It does not signify jurisdiction jurisdiction over ecclesiastics, church leadership, but jurisdiction exercised by church leaders over other leaders and over the laity. So it is used to express the territorial or other limits of ecclesiastical, executive, or legislative authority. Somebody smelling where I'm about to go with this. Somebody smelling where I'm about to go with this. I got you. I got you. Somebody smelling where I'm about to go with this. Share the video. Share the video everywhere you at. All right, peace to the movement. Let's go. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. So, let's go. Of course, if we want to talk about ecclesiastical law, and we want to talk about the ordinances of ecclesiastics, let's go with, because ecclesia, whether y'all know it or not, ecclesia or ecclesiastics, ecclesia really means the church. Now, what is the church, ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses, most of all, messiahs? What is the church? Somebody put it in the comment section. Somebody put it in the comment section before me. I don't know if it's a delay. Brother Juha said the body. What is the church, y'all? What is the church? If we addressing the church, what is the church? Come on. Somebody come alive, put it in the comment section. What is the church? I'm putting it in the comment section. See if y'all can put it in before me. What is the church? Put it in the comment section. Brother Drew Haas said the temple. Okay, I like it. All right. So we are the church, the gathering, the body. That is the church. Remember that, the gathering, because the word ecclesia or church, it means to gather. You never see Jesus in a church. When you read the scriptures, you don't see him like, I'm holding Sunday service at my church. The body of people were the church, or the gathering was the church or the temple. The body was the church or the temple. Y'all hear me? Let's move forward. So when they speak into the seven churches, listen, when they speak into the seven churches here, Revelation chapter 1, I'm going to tell you, this is binary right here. Revelations chapter 11, chapter 1, verse 11. This is binary. And it's speaking to the seven churches. And what are the seven churches? The seven layers of your mind. That's what the seven churches represent. So it says this, Revelation 1, chapter 1, verse 11. On the Greek island of Patmos, the Messiah instructs John of Patmos to write on the scroll what you see and send to the seven churches: Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamos, and Thyatira, Sardis, and Philadelphia, Laodicea. The churches are in the context and reference, okay? They represent this. Like I said, the seven churches is actually speaking to your mind right here. It represents number 7 in binary. That's what they are speaking to, the 7 layers. The 7 layers. Revelations chapter 1, verse 11. Is equivalent to binary 0, 1, 1, 1, which equals 7, or the 7 layers of your mind. This is also connected to the OSI model of the 7 layers, okay, which is the physical layer, the data link layer, the network layer, the transport layer, the session layer, the presentation layer, and the application layer. All of these are connected to the mind and how the mind works. The 7 layers. Take a look at it.
Seven, 24/7, 361 degrees. Cool.
Wow, it's deep, ain't it? I already know. It connects up. It's all connected. Moving forward, when you see this, right? The 7 layers, the physical layer, the data link layer, the network layer, the transport layer, the session layer, the presentation layer. And at the top of it is the human, which is at the 7th layer. This is how computers work. When you are networking computers or connecting different devices, they work upon 7 layers. And at the top layer so happens to be the human being at layer 7. Let's go to Galatians 3:15. Galatians 3:15. It says this: to give a human example, brothers, even with a man-made covenant, no one annuls it or adds to it once it has been ratified. Now you might say, where are you going with this, Lamel? Now I told you this is all about inception. This is all about inception. All right. It says to give a human example, brothers, even with a man-made covenant, no one annuls it or adds to it once it has been ratified. This is saying that you must be about your word and your intentions. You must be about both. And that's why this is about inception. About conceiving a thought before you conceive a thought or give birth to a thought into this physical reality. Moving forward. So now, something powerful. What are you talking about? I'm actually talking about what is considered to be a counter deed. All right. Now, when we came into this world, we were all, for a lot of us that were born in the United States of America, we did not agree to various different things. All right. We did not agree to be subjected. We did not agree to be vaccinated when they tell us we got to be vaccinated. We did not agree to certain things that they make us do day in and day and night. But these are tacit agreements that we have made because we have yet to come with a counter deed. So what is a counter deed? A counter deed, a law, a secret writing in which destroys invalidates, or alters the public deed. So this is saying that you must, this counter deed, it must be private and not public. You must address this privately and not publicly. Okay? This will go against this, your counter deed. And you say, well, where are you going to? Or where are you going to with this? Where are you going to with this? All right? I'm going here. All right? Read this. As I signed the deed, sealed it, got witnesses, and weighed the money on scales, then I took and sealed the deed of purchase. Wow, this sounds like somebody doing business in Jeremiah, right? And gave the deed of purchase to the Baruch, the son of Neriah, son of Messiah, in the presence of Hanamel, my cousins, in the presence of the witnesses who signed the deed of purchase. It sounds like something's going on here that deals with business. All right? It sounds like something that's going on here that deals with negotiation and dealing with the terms that someone will create a counter deed for, or a deed of choice. Now, what is a birth certificate? A birth certificate is a document issued by a government that records the birth of a child for vital statistics, tax, military, and consensus purposes. Isn't this deep? Isn't this deep? Look at it. It says this: for tax, military, and consensus purposes. Now, back in the day, a birth certificate was, just to let people know, or let the public know that you have a new member in your family. But now, as you see, a birth certificate is used for what? Tax, military, and consensus purposes. We're going to a commercial break on this one. Enjoy the music.
Zone out. Zone out. Driving my car, tell my mom I ain't going far. Zone out. Zone out. Smoking my weed, I was all in my thoughts. Zone out. Zone out. All in my mind, put my feet on the ground. Zone out. Zone out. Say what you want, I was just in my zone out, trying to just get away. Living with so much stress, hoping for better days, coping with all these problems that take you up off your goal. I was in meditation, that was food for my soul. Went back to reading books, going out for a walk, praying up to myself, cause ain't no showing off. They claim that I'm zoning out, but I was just rolling out, trying to get in my head so I can just sort it out. Zone out, zone out. Driving my car, tell my mom I ain't going far. Zone out, zone out. Smoking my weed, I was all in my thoughts. Zone out, zone out. All in my mind, but my feet on the ground. Zone out, zone out. Yeah. Say what you want, I was holding my phone. Zone out. You know what it is, man. Right. The hustle, the muscle, the grind, anything you gotta do to put it together, man. That's what it's about, man. Get in your zone, your zone, your zone. I was just in my zone, trying to just concentrate. Got a lot of stuff on my mind, so I just contemplate. Did a prayer of serenity. I'm mental or mentally, I'm resting my head, cause my thoughts are so heavy. Go, I could not stop, even when I was locked. I came up from the bottom, it's nothing I got. Miles on my feet, weight on my shoulder. I got dirt on my hand, and I felt like a loner. They said that I'm zoning. Zone out. Zone out. Smoking my weed, I was holding my daughter. Zone out. Zone out. All in my mind, but my feet on the grind. Moving. Zone out. Zone out. Say what you want. I was holding my own, grinding. Zone out.
All right. We back. Did a little commercial break. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the music. I appreciate everybody that supports. All right. Let me continue this discussion. Apperception, imperception, inception. All right. Thank you for everybody that supports the movement. Okay. I took y'all a couple places. I took y'all to what is the meaning of a birth certificate? What is a counter deed? All right. And I was breaking down the 7 layers of thought, how the 7 layers of thought are relative to the 7 layers OSI model on how people communicate with computers and networking. Also, I was connecting Revelations chapter 1 verse 11 to binary with the number 7. How they was addressing the 7 churches was actually addressing the 7 layers of the mind. 111 actually means 7. Okay? Back to Revelations 1:11. Okay? And then I was talking about ecclesiastical jurisdiction. Now you might say, well, what is ecclesiastical? Now, ecclesia again means the church or the gathering. We are the church. We are the body of this ecclesia or Messiah. Okay, just for everyone that's just coming in the video, or you lost the train of thought when you was listening and enjoying the music, I brought you back to what we was talking about. All right, now we're about to move forward with part 2 of this discussion. All right, and it's a reason why we're talking about this counter deed, because I invite, and me and other people that are affiliated with the movement, we invite you to come out to the pilgrimage vacation in June of next year. All right, so you can become a new person, a new you. That's what this is all about. The old you will be washed away, and the new you will be grown like a plant. All right, but the fertile ground, listen, I'm gonna tell you, the new you's going to be grown like a plant, but the fertile ground must be your heart. It must be your heart. That's the only way this seed of righteousness can be grown. It has to be fermented within inside your heart, or grown within the foundation of your heart. Okay, let me move forward. Thank you for everybody that supports. I love and appreciate y'all. Okay, so in common law, a deed is any legal instrument in writing which passes, affirms, or confirms an interest, right, or property, and that is signed, attested, delivered, in some jurisdictions, sealed. It is commonly associated with transferring title to property. Wow. Sounds very interesting. Let's move forward. The Codex. Okay, now we're going to go to UCC. Now I told y'all the 131, all y'all got to do is follow the numbers. Men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. If you follow the numbers, it will lead you to freedom. All right, we're going to go to territorial applicability. Parties have power to choose applicable law. It's your choice. It's your choice. That's another 131. All right, except as otherwise provided in this section, when a transaction bears a reasonable relation to this state and also to another state or nation, the parties may agree that the law either of this state or of such other state or nation shall govern their rights and duties. In the presence of an agreement effective under subsection A, and except as provided in subsection C, the Uniform Commercial Code applies to transactions bearing appropriate relation to this state. Okay. We can move forward. I'm gonna read this for y'all. Yeah, you're right. Shadow property. So much about this. Okay. You can go and read UCC 131, or should I say 1-301. Territory applicability. Parties have power to choose applicable law. All right. And I told y'all we are the body of the Messiah. The 131. Everyone that flows between the 1 and 31 number. Okay. Moving forward. Matthew verse 311. Another 131. Matthew verse 311. It says this. It says this. It says this. I indeed baptize you with water into repentance. This is another 131. I indeed baptize you with water into repentance, but he that cometh after me, what? Whose shoes I am not worthy to bear, shall baptize you with the Holy Ghost, and shall baptize you with what? With fire. Thank you, Brother Drew Ha. All right, so at the pilgrimage vacation, we will be having baptisms of water and fire, just to let y'all know. Now, excuse me, I didn't know if y'all can hear me or not. Dang, I didn't know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me clear? Can y'all hear me now? If you can't hear me, make sure that y'all let me know that y'all can't hear me. For the people, if you can't hear me, just say, yo, I can't hear you. If you can't hear me, let me know. All right? Because I don't know if my mic was mute or what. Yo, it glitched. Yo, if you can't hear me, you got to let me know, yo. Y'all make this shit possible. Y'all make all this stuff possible. It shouldn't be in and out right now. It should be clear as crystal. If you can't hear me or whatever, let me know. Can you hear me? Sister Samantha said I can hear you. Let me know if you can't hear me, yo. I know I showed a couple slides and y'all didn't even hear me explain the slides. All right, I can hear you clear now. Thank you. Let me know, yo. You got to let me know. I'm dead serious. I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste yours. Thank you. For real, you got to have my back. Have my back on this one. I need all of y'all to have my back. All right? It can be anything that's trying to cut off the signal. Anything. So I need y'all to really hold me down on that. All right? I love y'all. But I was explaining about territory applicability, parties at power to choose applicable law. And I pulled up UCC 1-301, and I explained how this was relative to the body of the Messiah. All right, thank you, Sister Dulcina. I'll see you in here. All right, I also brought this up, and I was talking about just in review. Now I got to run this back because I know y'all can hear me. All right. Where I started at is I talked about ecclesiastical jurisdiction. All right. Ecclesia is the body. is the body of the church, or ecclesia means the church. All right. Now, the church is the body of people, for which we are. That's the church that believe and share the same common thought and spirituality. That is the church. All right. Now, I moved y'all forward and talked about Revelations. Revelations, how when they were speaking to the church, they were speaking to the 7 layers of the church, because the church came in 7 parts. And the 7 parts was Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamos, Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, and Laodicea. All right, Laodicea. Those were the 7 layers, or the 7 churches. Okay, they were relative to the 7 layers of the OSI model, or how we communicate with computers and devices. If you look at the 7 layers, the physical layer, the data link layer, the network layer, the transport layer, the session layer, the presentation layer, and the application layer. These are relative to the mind and how the mind works. The physical layer, media, signal, binary, transmission, the data link layer, which is physical addressing, the network layer, which is path determination or IP addresses. The transport layer is end-to-end connections, reliability. The session layer is inter-host communication or time. The presentation layer deals with data representation and encryption, whatever language you speak. And the application is the network process of application, or applicable, how you apply it. All right. This is all connected. This is all connected to how the mind works as well. All right. The 7 layers. The 7 layers. Like I said, in the book of Revelations 1 verse 11, it was in it was in reference to the 7 layers, or the seven churches of the mind. Okay, which is binary 111, as you see right here, 0111. Same thing as Revelations 111. The 7 layers of thought, or the 7 layers of the OSI model. All right, this is in review for all the people that missed this. All right, and my mic was muted, so I'm catching y'all up as well. All right, and then I brought y'all to the fact that we was talking about a counter deed. Okay, a counter deed, because we were going to get into the fact of what is a birth certificate. Okay, and I read the meaning of a birth certificate, which is a document for what? Tax, military, and consensus purposes. All right, it doesn't really hold the purpose, or the true purpose of what it was actually used for. All right, which was to denote or to recognize someone of your family. All right, but they utilize it for taxes, military, and consensus purposes. All right, and I brought y'all to this to give a human example. Brothers, even with man-made covenant, no one annuls it or adds to it once it is ratified. So this is about being, this is really relative to being about your word. You know, whatever bond or word that you have made, you have to be committed to it, whether they be tacit agreements or agreements that are expressed, or either implied. All right, and then I brought y'all to how the 131 is relative to territory applicability parties that power to choose applicable law. Okay, which is in UCC 1-301. And I told y'all, we are the body, we are the church, we are the ecclesia. Collectively, we create our own body of laws together as one people. All right, but we must be focused. That's why I brought y'all, when I came into 2020, I told y'all, I was like, look, listen, if I got 20 on it and you got 20 on it, we got clarity, which is 10 fingers and 10 toes. We must have clarity. We must believe, or we must trust in the same thing. 10 fingers, 10 toes down. All right, and up. So we have clarity. All right, so I took y'all to another place which was I took y'all to Matthew 3:11. Yo, when the gods and goddesses brought us fire, yo, they brought us technology. I can't tell you why my thing is going mute, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna really figure it out why my mic keep on going mute. It's StreamYard. StreamYard keep on doing it. I look down at my joint and StreamYard muting my mic. StreamYard muting my mic, yo. This really ticked me off a little bit. Especially when I'm explaining things like, wow. Especially I'm explaining a couple things. I don't know what y'all heard or what y'all didn't. I don't know what y'all heard or what y'all didn't hear, yo. I really don't. But hopefully y'all was following the slides. For real, for real. Hopefully y'all was following the slides, man. Hopefully y'all was following the slides. I don't want to get discouraged. I really don't. I just want to give y'all something powerful here. I really don't want to get discouraged. So I'm gonna bring y'all to Proverbs 4:13. It says, "Better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished." You know, I was talking about so much, man. Talking about so much in relative to the 7 layers of thought. For the people swear by something greater than themselves, and in all their disputes, an oath is final for confirmation. Y'all hear that? This is the Lion's Den, the 616 I told y'all about. Hear me out. I got some more codes for y'all that I'm gonna drop. And I'm gonna bring y'all back to this 131. According satisfaction by use of an instrument. All right. If a person against whom the claim is asserted proves that the person is in good what? Faith, tendered an instrument to the claimant as full satisfaction of the claim. The amount of the claim was unliquidated or subject to a bona fide dispute, and the claimant obtained payment of an instrument. The following subjects apply. Subsections apply. All right. So this is according satisfaction by use of an instrument. As you notice, this is relative to this. UCC 1 dash UCC, excuse me, UCC 3-311 connects up with Matthew chapter 3 verse 11. Excuse me. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, they connect up. Matthew 3:11 actually connects up with UCC 3:11. They're one and the same. I would beg y'all to study and read that on your own accord, so I can move forward with the discussion. All right. I wanted to bring y'all to Quran chapter 14 verse 10. As you notice, this is a 141. Okay, it says this. It says their messenger said, Can there be doubt about Allah, creator of heaven and earth? He invites you that he may forgive you of your sins, and he delays your death for a special term. They said, You are not but men like us, who wish to avert us from what our fathers were worshiping. So bring us clear authority. Isn't that deep? So bring us clear authority. This is the same thing I think that people say to me in some occasions. When I relate to them the codex, they say almost the same thing to me. They say, You are but a man like us, who wish to avert us from what our fathers was worshiping. So bring us clear authority. And the only clear authority that I can bring y'all on here is to tell y'all men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. I will always bring you back to the numbers and how they are relative to the perception of what I represent. Okay? Which is the codex of the Messiah. Moving forward. John, I'm gonna keep it 141 right now. Now remember the 141 or the 144,000, which is an inversion of the 14141, represents the chosen ones. The 414 could actually represent what is considered to be the lost but now found. All right, and this is us. They called us the tribe of Shabazz at one point in time. All right, the lost but now found. Okay. These are the 414s or the 144 or the 141s. All right. So it says this, John 14, verse 1 through 4. Wow. It says, Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are what? Many mansions. If it was not so, I would not have told you. I go prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto what? Myself. That's the body of the Messiah. That where I am, there ye may be also. And whether I go, ye know, and the way ye know. This is what I was talking about. The body of the Messiah. The body of the Messiah, yo. That's what we are. This is what he was talking about. He said, in my Father's house is many religions. You damn right. Because the house was the millet. Millet. When they talk about brif millet, they it's relative to a house. Millet means the cut, but bith means the covenant or the house. So you think about it, brith millet, that was the house of the covenant. This was in relative to agreement that you made with your higher power. Hear me out. Hear me out. It says this, in my Father's house, there are many religions. If it was not so, I would not have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. Hear me out. I go to prepare a place for you. This is talking about the future, being able to relate to us in these days and times. Where did he go? I want to go prepare a place for you. All right. And the place is the abode of your mind. The place is the abode of the mind. That's what he prepared. And whether I go, look, he said this, he said, and I will come again, the return of the Messiah, and receive you unto myself. Like I said, we are all the body of the Messiah collectively. That where I am, there ye may be also. And whether I go, ye know, and the way ye know. Isn't that deep? Moving forward. So, Quran chapter 14, verse 4, it says this, and we did not, this is important, 144,000, right? Quran 14, verse 4, 12 times 12, 144. Let's go. The 12 tribes. Let's go. The 12 tribes. You see how it's relative. And we did not send any messenger, right? And we did not send any messenger except speaking in the language of his people to state clearly for them. And Allah sends astray thereby whom he wills and guides whom he wills. And he is exalted in might and wise. How deep is that? How deep is that? When you think about it, people complain about the message from on high. That's why I brought y'all to, in my father's house is many religions. People think that they're not going to receive the message in their certain territory of the world, but everybody is going to receive the message in some sort of way, because it's a representative on behalf of the universe, all right, that will be speaking your language in order for you to understand these things. Moving forward. It's a slide I wanted to bring y'all to. Excuse me. Here we go. Light. It has been a blinding light. Thank you. And this blinding light has been relative to the radiation on the people. If you notice, it says this in Quran, chapter 14, verse 1. And I brought y'all. Thank you. Thank y'all, man. I really appreciate you, Brian. I need to hear some music from you too, Big. Send me some music so I can play it on the channel. All right. It says this. It says this. This is a book which we have revealed to you, O Muhammad, that you might bring mankind out of radiation into the light by permission of their Lord. Okay? Like I said, it's been a blinding light. They've been blinding us with a light of confusion. All right? And this is likened unto radiation. All right? Give me about 2 more minutes of y'all time. I got a couple more slides that I want to show you. All right. So I did it. I looked up a consensus. This was a 2020 consensus, and I'm gonna do a consensus in the for 2021. But you know, ever since the coronavirus came out, more people have been dying from the coronavirus than the flu. All of a sudden, people don't die from the flu no more. People are dying from the coronavirus. Okay, I brought this up to the reason why, because I want to bring, or this message is to bring people out of radiation, to bring out of confusion, to bring people out of a blinding light. Okay, but the coronavirus is just like Nas said, it's the king's disease. It's the disease to attack your mind, the psychology of your mind. That's what this virus is. It's a virus to attack the psychology of your mind. Okay. Now, am I saying to not to get vaccinated? I would not get vaccinated. If I'm not getting vaccinated, I wouldn't suggest you get vaccinated. Now, somebody say, "Oh, Lamel, it's scientifically proven that you're more blah 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 blah." How about this? Let's give it a couple years. Let's scientifically prove whatever in a couple years, yo. One thing is with the Messiah, I got a verse for y'all, and I need y'all to understand this as Messiahs. I'm gonna put this in the comment section. Let me look this up real quick. I got a verse for y'all, very powerful verse. Y'all should understand this, overstand this, and solar stand this as Messiahs. All right, I'm gonna bring a verse up, right, which is Matthew. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put Matthew chapter 10 in the comment section. Watch this. Read this stuff. This is going to blow your mind. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna put all this in the comment section. I got you. All right. If you go into Matthew chapter 10, right? And I'm gonna take you down to what verse? I'm gonna take you down to like the 14th verse. We gotta get jiggy with it. Here we go. We gotta get jiggy with it. I want to leave y'all with this before I get off. This is a very powerful verse. It says this, right? It says, and when he called in him the 12 disciples, right? He gave them the power against what? Unclean spirits. Here go the bombs right there. The bomb's about to drop. The bomb is about to really drop on that one. Just from the rip. Listen, when he sent the 12 disciples out, right? He gave them the power against unclean spirits. Name a couple unclean spirits. Name a couple unclean spirits, yo. Y'all can put that in the comment section. I'm going to put one. Corona. To cast them out. All right. This doesn't mean that you won't catch it. It means that you'll survive through it. It doesn't mean that you necessarily won't catch it. All right. You said AIDS virus. I respect that one. That's an unclean spirit. When he sent them out, you know what's another unclean spirit? Depression. Depression, yeah. It's another unclean spirit, yeah. Loneliness. Loneliness is an unclean spirit. You know, God left you alone, right? So you can become a prophet. You understand that? God left you, or the universe left you alone, right? The universe left you alone, right? The universe left you alone. No, the universe gave you alone. The universe gave you alone. So you can become a prophet. Anxiety is an unclean spirit. Jealousy is an unclean spirit. Envy is an unclean spirit. Thank you for filling up the comment section, y'all. Greed is an unclean. Lack of worth is an unclean spirit. Come on, give me some more unclean spirits. Because y'all got the ability to cast these unclean spirits out, yo. This is what this is talking about. As messiahs, I call y'all messiahs. A lot of y'all don't like me to call y'all a messiah. Y'all rather me call y'all a god. Because y'all want to be admired like a god or a goddess. Y'all want to be called emperor or empress because y'all want to conquer people. All right. Y'all want to be king or queen because y'all want to rule over people. All right. Real talk. But y'all don't want to be messiahs because you know you got to be a savior. Hatred is an unclean spirit. Fear is an unclean spirit. The government is an unclean spirit. So look at this. The 10 command keys, right? When he sent his disciples, when he called his 12 disciples, he gave them the power over unclean spirits. I need y'all to understand that. As messiahs, y'all have the power over these unclean spirits, and ain't shit that they can do to you. They can pout, they can rant, and they can rage, and guess what? They cannot stop your mission. Y'all hear me? They can't. You know, a lot of times y'all have intuition, right? But y'all got something greater than intuition. A lot of y'all feel intuition like a premonition of something. It's not really your intuition. Let me explain. A lot of y'all be like, y'all have intuitions and y'all have certain things. But a lot of y'all don't realize you actually have the ability to will things into existence just by mere thought alone. It's not your intuition. It's your ability to manifest things into reality just from your inception or your thoughts. You're not thinking about it like that. You're like, man, I had a premonition that would happen. No, your ass was thinking these things and you manifested it and you made it happen. Have you ever thought about it like that? You are the center of your universe, right? You are the center of your particular universe. Not mine. Your particular universe, you're the center of it. So everything comes from the dot or the thoughts, or your inception of your thoughts, your doubts, your fears. You can actually bring these things into existence. Your doubts. That's why the Messiah gave you power over these unclean spirits. Your doubts, your fears, your certain things, man. I'm telling you, it's your ability to, you have an innate power to bring things into manifestation, and you don't get that. Sometimes you don't realize it, should I say. It's not the fact that you don't get it, but sometimes you just don't realize it, how much power you truly have, especially the power of inception. Especially the power of inception. All right. But yes, you will a lot of these things into existence. I wanted to say that. So you better watch the things you think. That's why the Messiah, he curved somebody from thinking something. Remember when a guy was like talking about adultery or whatever, and the Messiah was like, man, if you in your mind about it, then you already did it. It's not the fact that you committed the action. It's just if you're in your mind about it. And it's not saying that we don't think crazy thoughts sometimes, because the mind goes everywhere. But it's the intentions behind your thoughts, yo. It's the real and true intentions behind your thoughts. It's what you can truly manifest. All right? Let me continue to read this verse. Let me continue to read this verse. And I'm gonna end it with this. It says this. So, and when he called his 12 disciples, he gave them the power over unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness. That means he made them scientists. Y'all thinking, oh man, this is like some old spooky stuff. They running up on people and they like, woof. No, he made them scientists. They actually knew certain things about wellness. Now remember, Brother Lazarus so happens to guard hospitality and brotherhood, as well as his counterpart, which is Martha, guards sisterhood and hospitality as well. But it says this, to heal all manner of sicknesses. Now the names of the 12 disciples were what? Blah, blah, blah. Simon, Peter, Andrew, his brother James, and son of Zebedee. John, his brother, Philip, Bartholomew, Bart Simpson, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, the publican, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Labius, whose surname was Thaddeus, and blah, blah, blah. Simon the Canaanite, and whatever. But you know they don't mention Paul as a disciple. Okay? Just to give reference to that. All right, he was known as an apostle or the self-proclaimed apostle, but that's a whole nother subject. But the whole point of this is I wanted to move forward and say that after he called the 12 disciples, even Judas of Iscariot, Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him, he called the 12 disciples, right? He sent them forth, commanded them, saying, go not in the way of the Gentiles and go into the city of the Samaritans, enter ye not, but go what? Into the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The lost sheep of the house of Israel actually represented Judah. And Judah is Yahudah, or who we call the leaders or saviors. That's the tribe or the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because if you go into 2 Kings 17:18, it talks about the elimination of the tribe of Israel, except for Judah. But all of them were wiped out. Literally. It's all symbolic. And then as you go into the book of Revelation, you'll notice out of the 12 tribes of Israel, when they mention them, which is still symbolic as well, they don't list Dan as one of the chosen tribes, because Dan means to judge, or those who are judgmental. So you can't be in this promissory place of fortitude and peace if you're judgmental, because one of the tribes who were judgmental were known, listed as Danakiel or Dan, the tribe of Dan. All right? The universe is your judge. All right? God is your judge. All right? So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Thank you. This was a great build. Hopefully y'all got something from this. This was called Apperception, Imperception. All right? Inception. Be sure to get your book, Inception of Mental Reality. If you are not on the email list, make sure that you email the Messiah Code Movement. All right? The email is listed at the bottom of the screen. If you don't have a book, make sure that you email us. We will get you a book as soon as possible. All right? For everyone that wants to donate as well or sponsor the channel, the Cash App is the Walu 131. All right, thank you, Coom, Brother James. Be sure to pay attention. Brother Justin, are you on the email list? Yes or no? And did you get your email today? Let me know, because we sent out books and we sent out a lot of other information for people to connect back with the movement. If you are not on the email list, make sure that you email the movement, and we will put you on as soon as possible, and we will send out materials to you as well. All right. But like I said, for everyone that wants to sponsor the channel, sponsor the movement, there goes the Cash App. All right. We appreciate it. I'm gonna leave y'all with something really great. I really appreciate everybody that was glitching in this matrix, that moves through this mainframe. All right, undetected. But I love y'all. 747 24/7 361 degrees. This is something I want y'all to ask yourself. Overstand and solar stand that. Since y'all know that, I'm going to give you and lace you up with weapons, so you'll be able to fight this war. You need the right weapons, though. You got 4 weapons. What's the next weapon that you get? You get the sword. You say, for real? Yeah, you get the sword. You say, wow, I'm ready for a sword, Lamel. I'm ready to chop people up, Lamel. I'm ready for the sword. But the sword that you get is a little sword like this big. You say, yo, man, what's up with this? I thought I was going to get the big sword because I'm ready to slice people up. You said we have war. I'm ready. I thought, man, we get this sword. No, it's not like that. You get a little sword like this big because you want to chop people up and cut them in the wrong places instead of cut them in the right places. I'm serious. You want to utilize them. You want to be a killer instead of a healer. So guess what we're going to give you? We're going to give you a little sword. And that little sword is the Messiah Code. All right, so thank you everybody for your time. Be sure to pay attention to your emails. Thank you, Sister Khalifa. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's never too late. You can run this video back. I will be doing a Q&A tomorrow morning. Look for that. We will be broadcasting around 10:31. I am. All right. Also, get your Inception of Mental Reality book. Make sure that you get that. If you don't got it, make sure that you email the movement. I'll send it to you, or somebody in the movement will send it to you. Yo, Brian, I need some music, bro. I need some music, B. Brian, let me get some music, some positive music for the. I would like to promote your music. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a Q&A tomorrow. It might be boring for some folks, but you're going to need the Q&A. You're going to need the Q&A, especially if you have the books. You're going to need the Q&A. So we're going to do an open forum. I'm going to have guests. Y'all can come in. Y'all can come in tomorrow at 10:31. I am. All right. I know that's early on the West. I know it's kind of. I don't know why they want to mute my mic. I know it's kind of whatever on the West Coast, early on the West Coast, but we're going to do it. We're going to start getting up early every day. Start working out. I'm going to start doing that too as well. I'm going to get y'all ready for the new cycle, or when the numbers start over. I'm going to get y'all ready for that. Because we really don't celebrate the new year. Just telling y'all. We don't deal with that new year crap. All right. But the numbers are starting over. That's what we are celebrating. Okay? We're celebrating the fact that you get to start from 1. You get to actually start from 1. So you can put that in perspective. But what we're going to do is we're preparing you for your New Year's resolution. We're preparing you. So if you want to work out, you want to start eating right, and you want to start doing that, we want to get you in rhythm of that now. So by the time January 1st starts or whatever, you ready. You already geared. You already tight. You already ready to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. For all the messiahs, I need y'all to know that. I need y'all to be ready for the 90-day water cleanse as well. That's coming up. February 1st is the 90-day water cleanse. All right, which will be 2/1/21/22. The numbers are so symbolic. All right, so make sure y'all there for that. Also, like I said, get on the email list. Study your books. If you have any questions, you got the email. Send something. If you need physical copies, we're working on that as well for the family. All right, but I love y'all. Make sure y'all stay close. No matter what. Make sure y'all stay close. Kum, salutations to the primes.